Hey everybody, back from my tournament. It not really didn't go anywhere, but you get the idea. And back onto the hobby wagon, so to speak. So this is what I've been working on. I worked on them a little bit last night after I took a nap, and I worked on them some more tonight. It's just the next two bikes in the Golf Biker Commission. Just because I really don't have anything else really available to paint at the moment. I am still really waiting for my laser cut card order. I can't wait to get it. I'm going to be so just jumping in on those projects as soon as I get them because I can't wait to build and paint them. They're going to be awesome. Anyway, so these guys are really close to being done. So the guys just need their final highlight on the skin, and the bikes are just got their wash on the black part, the black wash. Then I need to do the rust and the bone and an Agress Earthshade wash. Then the details on the control panels, and then they're done. Again, I don't really do a whole that complex of a paint job on these guys. Are just general tabletop quality. So that's where I'm at. So let's talk about, this can probably be a little longer video. So I had my tournament this weekend, and I took the Bully Boys and Battle Wagons and the 30 bikes with Zad Snark, and I ended up going 3 and 2, getting a total of 28 out of a possible 55 battle points. And overall, I was pretty happy. I think there's a couple mistakes I could have made on my 2 losses that really would have changed the game. On the first game, Zad Snark and his unit got swept by St. Celestine in a really cool Death Star. Had St. Celestine, a bunch of Crusaders, a Priest, and a Rune Priest, so they had like rerolls to hit, rerolls to save, and feel no pain, and from endurance. So yeah, it was a really tough unit, and I really didn't anticipate it. The rest of his army was pretty squishy, and I did quite a bit of damage. But unfortunately, that one unit was just really scary. If I'd been able to run away from them instead of engaging them, I think I would have done a lot better. And I think I could have won that game and then gone on from there. And the second game I lost was against another close combat army. It was all Cornhounds. And he just made so many, even though my Meganobs doubled out the Cornhounds, because they're only toughness 4. He made so many invul saves, and I always seemed to get stuck in combat at the end of his turn, which finished on my turn. So I was always getting shot at. It was really annoying, and that was a really close game. I mean, he only won through like a single run roll and a bunch of other trickery that got him a 1-point victory. So it was really close even after that. But he had these Sakarian tanks that ignored my Jink and were AP4, so I was really scared of those. So, but I used the battle wagons to block shots on my bike, so that helped a lot. And the other 3 games, the one game I dominated Space Marines, just like my Blood Angels battle report you saw a couple weeks ago. Just ran forward and squished Space Marines. I killed Lysander. He died to Meganobs, even though he took like 4 or 5 out with him. That's fine. That was a fair trade. And then I did kill one knight. I only faced one knight the entire weekend, and the Chain Fist just blew it up, just like it was supposed to. So I'm very happy about that. But generally, I want to build like a tournament level competitive army, and I'm not sure what. Because what won this tournament was the Skitarii drop pod army that won in Storm of Silence a few weeks ago. Same guy, same army. And it's just so hard to beat because it just puts so many wounds on you first turn. You got 50 Skitarii, even against toughness 5, you're putting on an average of 10 wounds per unit dealt. And you get something down to like 4, toughness 3 or 4 models. It's just so many wounds you can't possibly save them all. So I'm not sure. So I have to build something that will survive that alpha strike, and I'm not sure what can. The only armies that really that can survive that are Necrons, because they're just so hard to kill with those 3 up. Especially you get to use a character with reroll 1s. But anyway, I'm talking about the tournament scene. This is competitive 40k. Not everyone's into that. So maybe I should stop battling. But anyway, maybe I'll make a separate video on the competitive 40k side and what my experiences of the ITC format that I've been seeing here in the last month or so. But anyway, so my next project, though, I'm probably going to build a Blood Angels, Space Wolves, Death Star unit army, which basically consists of a Blood Angels CAD with a Sanguinary Priest on bike, 2 units of Tactical Marines and drop pods, and Dante is a Lord of War, and then a Space Wolves allied detachment with a Thunderwolf Lord, full unit of Thunderwolves with Storm Shields, and a unit of Grey Hunters in their dedicated flyer. I got most of that I needed by the flyer and a unit of Space Thunderwolves. I already have 2, but I want a full unit. So that's, I could do, it's basically the same idea as my Orc army, just really resilient. I mean, I'm just really hard-hitting and fast close combat army, but with a lot better saves. That 3-up invul save. So Thunderwolves are basically Mega Knobs with a 3-up invul save. It costs a lot more to get that, but you don't have to pay for the battle wagon, so it's a trade-off. But that's strictly going to be a competitive army. It's going to be designed to go to tournaments, and that's it. All my continual casual play will be with the Orcs. I'm probably going to keep playing with Zadsnark because he's just so awesome. He is so awesome with that Initiative 4 Power Fist. But again, I'm rambling about for the game 40k. Not everyone plays 40k or really cares about the state of competitive 40k. So let's get into the daily questions I've missed. So day 22, War Story Day. Share an awesome story from a miniature game or role-playing game that time you killed Grot, for example. So, I've already talked about that. I talked about my experiences over the weekend. I mean, it's hard to remember some specific ones. The only one is my one favorite war story is a long time ago I was playing a good friend who's playing his Chaos Space Marines with my Orcs. I had regular knobs back in the previous edition when they had invul saves. So I had a unit of knobs. No, I think they were just boys. They were just boys. Or sorry, in close combat with Chaos Terminators, right? I had another unit of boys stuck right in front of a Vindicator. The Chaos Vindicator. The Vindicator fired at the boys. It drifted, hit his Terminators in close combat, and that's the only thing the Vindicator hit was his own Terminators. They died, and I won that game. So that's my favorite war story of all time, is when the Chaos Vindicator only killed Chaos Terminators. I was playing him. So, 23rd, that guy. You know him, you love him or hate him. It's that guy at your local store. Most of them know someone who's particularly stranger-centric. Fortunately, there really isn't anyone like that in my area. I mean, there are a couple guys who I don't like talking to because they can get a little annoying when you're trying to have a conversation with them. But it's nothing that's really super eccentric or strange or someone you just try to avoid. So no, I really don't know anyone like that in my local gaming group. And that's for 40k, X-Wing, or Star Trek Attack Wing, any of the games I play. There's no one who's really, out there. 24. What was your favorite book when you were growing up and why? Oh, this is a really easy one. It's kind of an obscure book, but it was called Sir Machinery. And it was a really cool book about a robot who was recruited by the Star League, wizards, to carry a magic sword to kill a demon. So it was a cross between magic and science, which I thought was just loved, and I still love it. I have a copy of the book. I read it every few months. It's a children's book, so it only takes me like an hour to read the whole thing. I just love it, and I think it would make a great movie too, because it's a short book, because it's a children's book, but it's a really cool story. Even if a little bit predictable, it's a really cool book. So that's it. That's called Sir Machinery, and they're way out of print. I bought one copy. The one copy I bought was way too much on eBay, but I'm really happy I have it. And see, the 25th, which is the last one. If you could vacation for a week anywhere in the world, where would it be? I don't like vacations. I don't like traveling, I should say. I like vacations. I don't like traveling. To me, the idea of a vacation is to not do something. That's a vacation. A vacation, when you're traveling, that means you go somewhere and you do things. That's not a vacation. In fact, most vacations, or most traveling like that, can be busier than what your normal work week. This isn't relaxing. To me, a vacation is doing nothing. To quote Bill Engvall, my idea of a vacation is laying on the beach on a cot and keep the Mai Tais coming until I roll over in the sand. That's vacation. So where I go really doesn't matter. I'm not much of a tourist. I don't really need to experience things. I don't have a drive or desire to experience, to to see things that I just, see on the internet. To be honest. So if you could vacation for a week anywhere in the world, it would be right where I'm sitting right now, at my desk, doing what I want to do instead of what I have to do. So I know it's a pretty long video. I had a lot of catching up to do. But that's it. So I'll be working on these guys tomorrow, probably get them finished, and then I'll move on to probably gonna dig out my Thunderwolves and get those guys painted. So thanks for watching. Talk to you tomorrow.